A very good noon to one and all. So, in this lecture, we are going to discuss the new topic or a new chapter in the computer aided manufacturing systems subject, the Unit 5, that means Chapter 5, CNC programming. So, in this unit, the following topics are covered: introduction about the CNC programming, and steps involved in the development of part program, and the methods of part programming, and writing a part program, and subroutine, and computer aided part programming, and the types of APT program statements, and APT program for a simple drilling job, and lastly advantages of computer aided part programming over the manual part programming. So one by one we will discuss about these topics. And firstly, introduction. So introduction about the part program. So part program is an important component of the CNC system. The shape of the manufactured components will depend on how correctly the program is prepared. The part programming is the procedure by which the sequence of processing steps and other related data to be performed on the CNC machine. So it involves the preparation of punched tape or other input mediums to transmit the instructions to the machine tool. So generally there are two methods of part programming. These two methods are manual part programming, computer assisted part programming. So in manual or computer assisted part programming, the most commonly used input medium is punched tape. Through the punched tape, the required program is loaded to the machine control unit. So this is the punched tape or flexo writer. So here punched tape is there, and here in this pages the typed copies of the program. So what are the steps involved in the development of part program by using the punched tape for the preparation of program to the NC or CNC machine? So firstly, before going to these steps, we have to study carefully, we have to study the component diagram carefully. Okay, so this is the first point. And next, the specifications of machines, and the codes in the control system are to be studied. Then the data should be collected. The data means data for the tools, tool holders, and cutting conditions like speed, feed, etc. for a given workpiece and tool combination. So after these 3 points, the sequence of operations to be performed will be decided by the part programming, will be decided by the part programmer with the help of writing the program. So and next, the reference axis should be chosen so that the coordinates for the various features can be determined. So the coordinates for various features can be determined. And next, a manuscript is prepared from the data collected. The program manuscript is prepared for the data collected. The manuscript is listed of relative tool and workpiece locations. All these details enable the programmer to write in a coded form. So that means the program. So the operator types directly from the handwritten list of coded instructions. This produces a typed copy of the program, and the punched tape which is shown in the figure will gives the required program with the help of the typing, the typed copy. So after completion of the program, we have to test the program for the simulation check. So if it is completed without errors, then the program is ready for the manufacturing in the by using in the CNC equipment. So these are the different steps involved in the preparation of CNC part program. So, and this is the structure or diagram or layout for the NC punched tape standardized by Indian Institute EIA. Okay. So here there are the different slots and different in this table we have some of the letters or coded standard symbols are there, and representations of numbers are there. So this is the track numbers and block numbers are also there. So if you want to write one sentence in the part in the program manuscript, then we have to uh, instruct by using the punched tape. So this is the inside view in the punched tape. Okay, so this is the diagram for the representation of a punched tape. Okay, so here one example is there: N0401 X 7600 F 150 and N05 Y 40,000. So by using this diagram, we can clearly observe about the punched tape. Okay, and now coming to the methods of part programming, and the next topic is methods of part programming. There are two methods of part programming. First one, manual part programming, and next, computer aided part programming. So one by one we will discuss about these two methods of part programming for the CNC machines. So first one is manual part programming. Manual part programming. It is the process of generating part programs manually by a programmer is known as manual part programming. So the process of generating part programs manually by a programmer, so part programmer, is known as manual part programming. This technique is generally used for workpieces of simple geometries. So to prepare a part program by using the manual method, the programmer writes the machining instructions on a special form which is called manuscript. So in this manuscript, the programmer will write the coded instructions. The manuscript is a listing of a relative tool and workpiece locations. So it is also includes the data such as preparatory commands, miscellaneous functions, speed, feed specifications, etc. These will be written by the programmer in a coded form. It's called program manuscript. The programmer written by using this data in a coded form is called program manuscript. Okay, so manuscript means the programmer writes machining instructions on the special form is called manuscript. So this will be written by him in a coded form. It's called program manuscript. So this would be punched on a paper tape, punch tape, and the tape will be fed into a tape reader of the machine controller. So these are the steps involved in manual part programming. So firstly, we have to see the diagram, we have to see the model and write the dimensions, and then select the materials and select the required machines, and then the programmer will collect the data as per his convenience and writing the part programming, that means program manuscript. So after the program manuscript, by using the punched tape we can read the program to the tape, and then the tape will be sent to the controller. This will be controlled by the machine control unit. Okay, so this is the different steps involved in the manual part programming, and this is the working of the manual part programming. And now coming to the what is the program format. Program format in the different programs in the CNC machine, CNC. Okay, so program format means it consists of the words, the organization of words within a block is called program format. A block is nothing but the collection of words. There are three types of program formats: word address format, tab sequential format, fixed block format. So these are the three types of program formats. Okay, so word address format, tab sequential format, fixed block format. So out of these, the most widely used format is in the program format is word address format. So word address format is very widely used in the programs. So firstly, we'll discuss about this word address format. So see this, in this format a letter precedes each word and is used to identify the word type and to address the data to a particular location in a control unit. So for example, N01 means that the operator number is 01. To x minus 12.75 means the x coordinate is 12.75 mm, and so on. So the standard sequence of words in an NC instruction for a two-axis NC system is as follows in this syntax form. Okay, so firstly n word, and next g word, and next x word, and y word, f word, s word, t word, m word, and end of the block. So this is the programming manuscript in word address format. So n means sequence number, g preparatory function, x y coordinates, and f feed, s speed, t m miscellaneous function, end of the EOB, end of the block. So this is the syntax or structure in the word address format, the standard sequence of words in NC instructions for two axis NC system. Okay, so this is the word address format. Now one by one we'll discuss about these different sequence of words. So firstly, NC words, the combination of binary digits in a row on the tape denotes a character. A NC word is a collection of characters. The collection of NC words is called a block. The block of NC words is a complete NC instructions. The following are the NC words used in the formation of blocks. So first one is sequence number, N word, N, capital N word. The first word in every block is the sequence number. It is used to identify the block. The sequence number is preceded by the word N and it is written as N0001, N0002, N999, etc. So, or N01, N02, N9, N99, N999, so etc. So, these are the different numbers, sequence numbers, which is denoted with the prefix N. So, the program is executed from the lowest block. So, this is the sequence number, which is denoted by the letter N, word N. So, and next G, the preparatory function. The preparatory G words, the preparatory word prepares the control unit to execute the instructions that are to follow different kinds of functions. So, the preparatory function is represented by two digits preceded by G. So that means 000, G01, G02, G03, G04, G05, G17, 18, 19, 33, 40, 41, 42, 63, 70, 71, etc. So for example, G01 is used to prepare the controller for a linear interpolation, and some of the preparatory functions are given in the following table. The preparatory functions and its the preparatory codes and its functions are listed out in this table. Okay, these are the G codes, preparatory functions. So firstly G00, it's a rapid traverse, its function is rapid traverse. And next G01, it is a linear interpolation. So G02, it is a circular interpolation. Interpolation means it will rotate in clockwise. So G03, anti-clockwise, circular interpolation, anti-clockwise or counterclockwise. G04, dwell. G05, hold or delay. G17 and G18, these are axis plane designations, and G19 also. So G33, thread cutting, it is used for thread cutting. And G40, it is for cutter compensation control. G41, it's a cutter compensation left. 42 is right. 63, thread cutting cycle. G70, dimensioning in inches. G71, dimensioning in metric units. And G90, absolute dimensioning. G91, incremental dimensioning. G94, feed rate. G95, feed rate. So G94 is a feed rate in mm per revolution minutes, and G95 feed rate in mm per revolution. So these are the different preparatory functions used in the NC programming. So and next one is coordinates. Coordinates x, y, z watts are used. These watts give final coordinate positions for x, y, z motions. So in two axis CNC systems, only two coordinate watts would be used. If it is a three coordinate system, x, y, z are used. So and coming to the next one is a feed function, f. It is denoted with the word f, capital F. The feed function is used to specify the feed rate in the machining operation. So the feed rate is expressed in mm per minute or mm per revolution. If the feed rate is 20 mm per minute, it will be represented as F200, F20. Okay, so if it is 200 mm per minute, it will be represented as F200. So if it is 300, F300. The corresponding G codes will be G94. Okay, so next one is a spindle speed function. So it is denoted with the word S. The spindle speed is specified either in revolutions per minute rpm or as meters per minute. If the machine is required to run at 800 rpm, the speed will be specified as S800. Okay, and next, similarly, if it is 600 rpm, it will be specified as S600. If it is 400, S400. Okay, so and next, tool selection function. So it will be represented with the word T. The T word, small t is for the thickness and capital T for the tool words, tool representations. The T word in the part program specifies which the tool is to be used in the operation. The tool number for a particular operation is specified as T002 to T99. T01 denotes the tool number 1. So if it is 99 tools are there or 100 tools are there, it will be denoted, it will be noted with the numbers, different numbers 00 to 99. Then it will, T01 denotes the tool number 1, T02 tool number 2, etc. So and now coming to the M codes, miscellaneous functions. So the miscellaneous function M word is used to specify certain miscellaneous or auxiliary functions which do not related to the dimensional movements of the machine. So the miscellaneous functions may be spindle start, spindle stop, coolant on or off, etc. M02, which indicates the program stop, that means end of the program. So just like M03, it says spindle start clockwise, and M04 spindle start anti-clockwise, and M05 spindle stop, and M06 tool change. It is these are the etc. M08, M09, M30, M98. So these are the different codes and their functions which are used in the NC program. And lastly, end of the block, EOB. It is shortly represented with EOB. EOB symbol indicates the end of the instruction block. Okay, so these are the different words used in this format in the program. Okay, so n is the sequence number, so G preparatory function, the F feed, S speed, T tool selection, M miscellaneous function, EOB end of the block. So these are the different instructions for the NC program. And next, before entering to the programs, we have to know the tool length compensation and tool nose radius compensation also. So coming to the tool length compensation, so here the cutting tools used on the machining centers differ from one another. There are a variety of cutting tool types that are used on machining centers and includes center drills, taps, reamers, boring bars, etc. So most of the cutting tools available for an CNC machining centers, it is unlikely that any two tools used in the program will be exactly the same length, and you will not know that precisely how long each tool will be and when you write the program. So this figure shows the three different types of cutting tools to illustrate this point. So tool length compensation will allow you to write the programs even though you don't know how long the cutting tools will be at production time. So when a tool is fixed in the spindle, its coordinate values are programmed according to its length. If the tool is replaced by the another tool, say 20 mm shorter in length, and then the tool movement would be 20 mm less along the z axis. So if the same programmed values are used in this, so the alternative is to modify the program every time the tool is changed. Every time the tool is changed. So the alternative is to be modified in the program whenever we have to change the tools. So in NC practice, all tools being used are measured, and the difference in the length with respect to the previous tool is stored. Whenever these tools are called into the action by the programmed instructions, the respective compensation values are activated and automatically taken into an account in the tool motion. So this phenomenon is called tool length compensation. So this figure illustrates the tool length compensation. Okay, so the following procedure is followed to represent the tool length compensation in the program. So if the actual tool length is more than the assumed tool during the programming, the difference should be mentioned. Tool nose radius compensation. When programming a CNC machine with a turning tool that has a round tip, the errors in the cutting can occur on a taper edges and circular counters. So this is corrected automatically by using a tool nose radius. So tool nose radius compensation command. So the tool nose radius compensation is required for generating accurate profiles. So the code G41 is used for tool nose radius compensation to the left of the programmed path. The code G42 is used for tool nose radius compensation to the right of the programmed path, and G40 is used for tool nose radius compensation cancel. Okay, so this figure illustrates the tool nose radius compensation. Here x-axis, z-axis, there are there. Here workpiece is there. Here the tool nose will be takes place at the top and bottom of the place. So left side G41 is the workpiece is on the left side. Okay, so this figure illustrates the tool nose radius compensation. Okay, so this is the different important topics in the before entering to the program. So now we will discuss about the how we are going to write the program. So writing a part program, the first instruction in any part program is to inform the control system about the various setup conditions for doing machining. So the first block of instructions should specify the different following terms like block number, coordinates values, whether it is absolute or incremental, and dimensional units, metrics or inches, and tool numbers if it is applicable, the T word, and spindle speed, feed functions. Okay, so these are the different instructions before these are the different instructions have to be noted before writing the part program. So